Hello, you're welcome. My name is Beatrice Chimpi. Thank you for coming around. If you're new, please, you're highly welcome. If you're old, welcome back once again. This is a space for self-improvement, self-development, reinvention in areas of marriage, relationships, finances, health, career, and lifestyle. If that is good for you, please consider subscribing. In today's video, as you've seen the title, we are going to be talking about some of the hacks that I've found to be working for me in the areas of productivity. How do we become productive? Because we've realized that at the end of the day, when the year ends and you're looking down to see if you achieved all your things, you get so disappointed because on 10 points, you've achieved only 2. Probably because you didn't have things to use, such as tools. Generally, there are things I've found to be useful for myself, and these in general can help someone else, be more productive and, attain their dreams. So the number one tool that you can use to be more productive is setting goals. As life goes on, you get overwhelmed with things that you have to do, and then if you've not set goals, it quite becomes hard for you to attain anything. First of all, these goals should be what they call, the short form is SMART. They should be specific, like what exactly do you want to achieve? They should be measurable, how much of what you want to achieve. They should be time bound. They should have a specific time in which you want to achieve them. They should be attainable. They shouldn't be quite big for you not to be able to even attain them, okay? You should be able to follow through these dreams like we normally talk on this channel. Don't set for yourself goals that are extremely huge for you to achieve. You want these goals to be relevant to you as a person. Like, for example, you're a student and you're setting goals of how to become a good father or how to become a good husband. In your season of being a student, it doesn't really add up. You should be setting goals on how to achieve better grades in your whatever exam that is coming up. Then the other point is set rewards for yourself. I don't like it when people do not stop to celebrate themselves and they continue, beating themselves up for wanting to achieve greater goals. It is okay for you to have an ambition of achieving better and greater goals, but it's also okay to stop a little bit and celebrate the small wins that you've achieved, the small goals that you've got, okay? That one assignment that you were able to accomplish. Celebrate yourself with anything that you know how. You can either pay yourself, or you can take yourself out, or you can give yourself a spa, you can give yourself anything. And so this will go in a long way as a tool to help you achieve more bigger goals. Another tool that you can use, the second tool, is using journals and bullet planners. It's been of great importance to me because these journals, they are with you all the time, because you can get something that is very portable that you can always move with in your bag, that you keep journaling down some of the things that you have to achieve and you've achieved, okay? So this is one of the tools that people use. They do really well in help you get a more productive life, in helping you become more organized. This is one of the tools I actually use myself, and I enjoy it so much, having journals where you can journal your thoughts, where you can transfer them to another general book. But a journal is something that you walk with everywhere you go. You just scribble down whatever you want to do, or whatever you've thought about, whatever idea that has come, so that you are not able, so that you don't go back home and regret the idea that you had that you never remember. Like, you don't remember what you were thinking about. So it's very good to have, those journals. They are very helpful. Tool that I normally use as a person is the to-do list. I normally write my to-do list either a day before, even sometimes I set out my Sunday evenings for doing my to-do list. I just go and get my to-do list book. I know Thursday, Tuesday, these are the things that I have to do, and then I check them out. But then this to-do list, you have to follow the principle of prioritizing. And in prioritizing, you have to do the much ambiguous, the much bigger tasks earlier on in the day and do the simpler tasks later. Why? Because if you do the simpler tasks earlier on in the day, when you still have your energy levels are still high, it will be easier for you to accomplish the other smaller ones. Okay, though some people say that you start with the smaller ones and end up with the big ones because these ones give you motivation. For me, I find kicking off the bigger elephant in the room more easier than starting with the small ones. So you can find what works for you, but you have to prioritize your to-do list. It's a very, very great tool that people use, I myself use, to be more productive. So when you finish doing these big things in a day or at the time that you stipulated, it gives you this joy and you feel like you're more in control of your day. But when your day comes to an end, when you've not achieved these big elephants or big to-do tasks, you feel like you're losing it. You feel like you're not being more productive. You feel like you're not much in control of your life. So that works for me. I just do my top 3 things and write them down and then do them as fast as I can. It just gives you joy. Other tool that I use is called time blocking. I learned this, but it has really, really been a joy to know that the only way, or one of the ways I can manage my time very well, is to time block, where I put my tasks or the to-do list, the things that I noted down that I will do in blocks. When let me say the morning block, the afternoon block, the evening block. I'm just giving an example. And so you know that in those blocks there are also subsections, like from 8 to 9, from 10, like from 1 to that. So I fit the tasks in those blocks. It helps you. It controls you. It helps you be disciplined, because sometimes when we set out to do our daily tasks, sometimes we encroach on the time that is supposed to be given to another thing, just because maybe we are overly enjoying what we are doing. Okay, like in the morning you had either to work out and you're enjoying the working out so much and you're forgetting that you have a meeting, or you are in a meeting, instead of saying the meeting is 8 to 9, you're encroaching even on the other hour which is supposed to be for another thing. So to avoid that, and that will make you be less productive and leave out certain activities which are without being attended to. So to avoid that, you time block. Even one of the tools to use in time blocking is having an alarm. Alarm, you set it, it tells you that in 20 minutes you should be done with washing dishes. In 20 minutes you should be done bathing. Whatever you're doing, you set a timer, and it helps you to be more in control of your time. Other tool that I'll talk about is not funny, but it is the truth. For me, the tool I've used is sleep. Yes, you've heard me. I have enough sleep so that I can be more productive tomorrow. It was hard for me to be in control of that, because sometimes I felt like by cutting off some time from my sleep, like in the middle of the night, wake up and do a certain thing, then I will be more productive, or I'll finish my tasks, the ones that I have to do. But I found that every time I encroached on my sleep time, I become less productive the next day. So that tool is very good, the tool of sleep. Try to sleep and go early to bed, or find hours that are convenient for you to sleep, but then they make you rejuvenated, they make you ready for the other day. The other thing is batching similar work. Okay, I've always talked about children on this channel. You have 3 children, they are all school goers, and maybe the task right now is to spend time with your children and do their homework. So just make the 3 children to sit before you. Okay, you help this one as you're helping the other one, as you're helping the other one. How to do it is, you can give someone an assignment. As they're finishing the assignment, you're talking to their elder ones, showing them a certain mathematics calculation. As you're doing that, you give the other little one a coloring project. As the 2 are finishing, the other one, you're leaving them with an assignment. These are similar activities that you've decided to batch for one similar block of time in your day. The other thing that we do, most people as content creators, if you're not started doing it, you better do, is called batch recording. Like, you do your content creation in a way of batching it Because even if it's a TikTok, even if it is, I'm not going to go so much into content creation, but it also works for content creators to batch your stuff. So this principle works in all other areas of life. You can see things that are similar and work on them in a certain particular time. This doesn't mean that you're multitasking. These things are similar. Multitasking is doing two tasks that are extremely independent, okay? And then you can end up doing one better than the other and leaving the other. Have you ever cooked maybe while you what? Like as women, and you end up burning the food because your mind was on the other thing. So batching means similar things, doing similar things in a certain period of time or block of time. Other thing that I've found very helpful is making routines, mostly morning routines, evening routines, weekend reset routines. These are very, very good because they help you, put you in the mood for another phase of your day. Like a morning routine, this has helped me so much because it gives you this energy and boost to go into another day. So just find a way of making certain things that you do almost at the same time, similarly, on each and every day, you know, and this will help you be more productive. Like on weekends, it is very typical for your week to go bazaar or for your week to be ruined because you did not reset. You didn't set out the clothes you have to put on. You did not organize yourself. It's been a struggle for myself to do those resets because you always find your time being encroached on. But like I've said on this channel, we're about developing and self-improvement, helping ourselves develop. Myself, I'm still on that journey of, you know, doing those things of routines and perfecting them, because it's not called a routine until you've done it over and over a certain period of time, so that it can bring a certain result or productivity in your life. The other tool I've found very helpful is making kind of a small office in your home. It has helped a lot because this puts you in the mode of doing certain activities. Just imagine you've woken up in the morning and your family is still asleep. You don't want to switch on the light for your husband because you have an assignment you have to do, or you don't want to wake up the kids, or you want to isolate. Maybe the kids are bathing. You want to isolate yourself and finish a certain project. It is very, very good if this place is designated in your home and it is one area where, you know, I've left my pens, my books, my file here, and that's where I'll find them. Instead of moving and roaming around the house all the time. You're at the dining, you're in the sitting area, you're in the bedroom, you're in the kids' bedroom. So that tool is very good, creating a certain personal space for you to work, a working area for you to do your things. Maybe you're a mom who is at school, you know, you have to organize, maybe a preacher, you have to organize your sermons. You don't want to be organizing your sermons in the sitting room, then the kid is waking up. So designating that small area, because over moving your property or your items gets them misplaced, or it just disorganizes you. And yet, if you left them in one place and then come another time when you want to work on them, it's very great. You try it. It's a very great tool to have a space, an office space. It doesn't have to be extremely big. It doesn't even have to be extravagant, but small office space. This will be so good for you to, you know, live a productive life. As people that are on the way to becoming the better versions of ourselves and developing ourselves, we are always having tremendous thoughts coming within our minds. Maybe working on a project, on your YouTube channel, you're working on whatever thing that you want to improve about yourself. You keep having brain dumps, you keep having minds and ideas crossing your mind. So as you're working in your blocks, it is not good to get distracted and you divert to, let me say you want to write a book and yet you're cleaning. It's better you have a small book where you just write random thoughts. This will help you so much because you'll keep your mind together, or what your brain was telling you, and it will be easier for you to revisit it when time comes for you to revisit. Another thing is to take some breaks for you to be more productive. Learn how to take breaks in between your blocks, in between your activities, what they call the 2-minute rule. There are things that as you're working on a certain thing in a certain time block, you remember you have to call someone. Those are things that can take 2 minutes. So in your breaks, you can just get those out of the way so that they don't just, you know, become so many on your to-do list to the extent that they make the to-do list to be so huge. If you can tick them off, that 2-minute rule is something that I do a lot. It's something that you can employ in your productivity journey. The 2-minute rule is very, very good because it gets you some small tasks out of the way. They don't have to wait. They don't have to make your to-do list to look very long. So this 2-minute rule says whatever can be done in 2 minutes, just do it. Not immediately in the time when you're doing your essential activities. In your breaks, you do it, or you take off some small 2 minutes before you begin another task to do them. Things like returning calls, things like an important call, things like making an important call. Yeah, it's very good. Like, you remember that I have to do a certain thing, do it. Just call. Maybe someone has to deliver something at home, just call and they deliver it. Because if you put it for, on your other to-do list, the main one, it will make it look very huge and unattainable. So the other thing that I'm going to talk about is sometimes to avoid distractions. As you're getting into these tools, using all the above tools that we've talked about, and you want to be more productive, avoid notifications, switch off notifications that would be destructive. Some of us have notifications on our phones. As you're doing something about, doing some greater task, you're getting notifications. Cut off those distractions, because they will not, at the end of the day, you will not be able to achieve the goals that you want to achieve, or even to finish the task that you have to achieve, because you are way distracted by your phone. Okay, and another thing they discourage, and I've found it's true, is avoid multitasking. Doing things simultaneously is different from multitasking. Multitasking gets you, one thing gets more attention than the other, and at the end of the day you will not give so much time to what you had to, because there are some things that really require a lot of energy. You cannot just be talking with the children and you're doing homework with them and you're cooking. You'll come back when you don't remember what you were telling them. So it's better you do away with that. When they're all big, it's not easy for you to multitask them. So don't multitask huge activities. So last and not least, this is not a tool, but it is a bonus. This, I've actually, when you find something great, you want to tell everyone about it. One of the things that I've been struggling with is to work on my health and my fitness. I used to do it and I fall off, but this time around I insisted. I think it's been over some given period of time where I've focused on it, and it gives so much joy. It makes you so productive, to the extent that I've invited my friends, like, come, come, you enjoy this. Once in a month or twice in a month, I go to the gym for serious, real exercises that go up to, of course they have breaks, but they go up to 3 hours of exercise. Different, some of them are dancing, some of them are real gymming, and then I do self-care, I do steam. This has helped because it reset, like once you're out of there, you feel like you can do anything. Your brain feels very new and very great. So on top of all the tools and hacks that we've discussed today, try as much as possible and focus on your health. Watch the things that you eat, focus on your health. What do you want to have in your body that is going to boost your energy, that is going to motivate you to even work more productively and achieve those goals? Look at it and incorporate it in your diet, incorporate it in your day. This is going to be great for you. Hope those hacks, all those tools that we've shared today will be helpful to you to achieve your goals, to help you, run the race and achieve everything and also achieve everything that you ever dreamed of. So if you liked the video, please comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, please share, comment in the sections. Which tools do you use to, help you? Okay. Some of us, we use reminders in our phones. Tell us more in the comment section. What tools do you use to become more productive in your day? Thank you so much. Till next time, I'm Beatrice. Catch you in the next video.